It's time once again for a sponsored segment on First at 4 we call Medical Monday. On most Mondays, I talk to one of our sponsors from the medical community about the services that they provide. My guest today on Medical Monday is John Cormier from Aptor Physical Therapy. And we're going to talk with him about workplace ergonomics. John, good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you.
Now, what are workplace ergonomics?
Well, it's basically just how you have your workstation set up to minimize the strain that the position and posture puts on your body.
And that's important because that can lead to problems down the line, right?
Right, injury and different pains. And in particular, we're looking at today people who have a desk job, who are sitting at a desk, maybe working at a computer.
There you go, that's me. And that's not me, but that looks like something that I might do. You sent us these pictures, what's going on?
Well, this is a good example of almost everything not to do, exactly what you're saying. So if this is you, then the next couple pictures will be beneficial for you.
Oh, all right, let's go ahead and see. So that's what not to do, but this is what to do, right?
Yeah, that's a much better ergonomic position. Some things to notice are the position you want is that your hips being slightly higher than your knees, feet resting on the floor, and sometimes people have real short legs, a little stool or something to put under your feet. You don't want your feet dangling. We came a while back, we talked about a lumbar roll, a cushion behind your low back to keep you kind of stacked upright. And then on that picture also the hands, elbows were at 90 degrees, and with the elbows resting at 90 degrees, your hands were comfortably resting on the keyboard.
Yeah, I noticed how he looked pretty natural sitting there.
Right, because you don't, if you're having to reach up for the keyboard or out, then you're going to shrug your shoulders and you just create a lot of tension in your neck and upper back.
There we go. All right, and do we have any other pictures there we go. Yeah, see, that looks like me too, rubbing the back of my neck, but not as I look at your website.
Well, there you go. Probably the single biggest thing that we'll see wrong at desk workstations is a computer monitor being too low. And so this is a picture of actually the monitor being too low, and when that happens, you're going to kind of slouch forward and you bring your head out in front of your body, and that's going to create a lot of strain.
There we go. Well, let's see how the computer monitor should be. Yeah, there we go.
So when you're sitting upright, nice, comfortably relaxed, we tell patients, go ahead and sit up, close your eyes, and when you open your eyes, your monitor should be right in front of your eyes. If it's at all below the level of your eyes, then it's probably a little bit too low. And so you see this one, you've got a riser. The monitor's up on a riser, and there's various different commercial products that can help you do that.
There you are. And that one I actually knew. If we went and looked at my desk right now, you would see that I have my little monitor jacked up as far as a little crane on the back of it.
Very good.
Well, John, if we don't do these things and our posture's bad, and you mentioned earlier that can lead to some problems. Elaborate on that for us a little bit.
Well, one of the things is the head, the posture of the head being out in front of your body. And if you can think of your head as a bowling ball, and that weight then out in front of your body is putting a lot of downward force, and it creates a lot of strain on the muscles in your neck, and it puts the joints in the cervical spine in a posture that they're more likely to have troubles. Then you have to use those muscles to hold your head up, and that's going to create muscle tension and strain.
And if people are already having problems, you know, a lot of this information we just didn't know until, what, maybe past 5 or 10 years, and people have been sitting like this for maybe decades. So they've already got those aches and pains. What do they need to do? Well,
it's important first to fix your workstation, implement some of the principles and ideas that we showed on the picture, and then you have to correct what's wrong. So a lot of times when we see patients in physical therapy, they'll have tight muscles and restricted motions in the joint, and we'll get them started on an exercise program that will address that, as well as some other things like massage and modalities to relieve the pain in those muscles.
All right, super. John, anything else you'd like for the folks at home to know?
No, just hopefully these tips will be helpful and can help them decrease pain and have a little bit better quality of life.
And if they do have some pain, they need to come see you, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, super. Well, if our sponsor sparked your interest today, then you can give them a call down at Aptor Physical Therapy. The number's 205-345-4441. You can find out more about them online at AptorRehabServices.com.